Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one comes from Sad But Hurt DT 8471. Am I the beehole for not being grateful for my birthday surprise? I have been crying for hours yesterday and today, receiving texts on how I am ungrateful. This shite doesn't make any sense to me. I'm trying to see the good intentions, but call me blind because I can't see any. I have never had a birthday party or dinner. It is something that I've always wanted, but I don't know why I always thought it would be unattainable in my adult life. I was talking to my friend and telling her how my family never celebrates birthdays because my dad is really religious and how I always feel lonely on my birthday. She asked me why I didn't celebrate my birthday now that I was an adult, and I thought, yeah, why don't I celebrate myself now that I'm grown? I planned myself a birthday dinner at a fancy restaurant and told everyone that as long as they kept their order under $35, oh, that's quite a lot to work with. I usually go for like somewhere in the 20s if I go to my version of a fancy restaurant. I don't know your version of a fancy restaurant, but you know. But back to it. I would pay for it. So I made sure to work overtime for 3 months in advance because I heard there was always a fight about the bill. So I didn't want that to be a reason for conflict on my birthday. I invited 12 people. They said they would come, family and friends, which included my mom, now that my dad is not with us anymore. She is no longer super religious for some reason. Yesterday, I had my nails, makeup, and hair done professionally. I just wanted to look really nice, and I have actually only been to formal events like 3 times in my life, so I was happy to be able to dress up nicely for once. I got to my dinner, sat at my table, and waited 2 hours. I kept getting calls from people telling me they were running late and not being able to come anymore. And after 2 hours, everyone finally told me they were not coming. They didn't tell me before the dinner. They were all telling me at the time of reservation or later. The waiter felt bad because I was crying while I was on the phone with someone I considered to be my friend, telling me she wasn't coming for me, and that even though I didn't order a meal, he gave me a free birthday slice. I didn't even get any pictures in my outfit because I thought someone would help take them for me at the restaurant, and by the time I left the restaurant, my makeup was ruined. My mom called me on the way home and asked me to stop by her house because she had a present for me. She said she's sorry she didn't come, but she was feeling extremely unwell and that she wanted to have me to at least have my present. I go to her house and open the door, to a surprise, and people see that my face was messed up because I had been crying. So someone says, "Aw, she thought we forgot her." I looked at the 12 people that were invited to my dinner, and I am just disappointed that they traded what I wanted for my birthday for this. They left me stranded and humiliated at a restaurant for hours. I left the surprise party after 5 minutes. Wow, OP, you gave him 5 minutes? I would have turned back around and walked to my car and went home. And just told my mom to keep her present to herself. I'm sorry, but am I the beehole for not seeing a good intention here? Am I overreacting? No, you were not the beehole in this situation, OP. Holy crap, that was evil and mean. You told him exactly what you wanted to do for your birthday. You wanted to go to a nice restaurant with your friends and your family and enjoy the company and celebrate your birthday. And they do some evil crap, so they go to your mother's to have a surprise party, which, yeah, that sucks. Holy crap. Oh boy, some cake when you could have had a nice dinner. Which, tell you the truth, OP, if I was your friend, I would have been there because I want the food. Even if they told me, hey, surprise party, I would have went because nice restaurant food. But that's me. But they let you sit there for 2 hours. They had to know you were at the restaurant there for 2 hours waiting for them. Like, holy crap, did no one think, hey, maybe she's there alone and feeling like crap because none of us are there. Ha ha, we'll make her wait 2 hours and then drive over here and surprise her. Of course you're going to feel like crap because you thought everybody who's supposed to be there for you and love you abandoned you on your day. And what are the odds all 12 people abandon you? So that's got to feel like a, punch to the gut. And then one of them has the audacity to go, oh, she thought we forgot her, haha. Yeah, you guys did forget her. They did forget you, OP. They forgot you for 2 freaking hours. I do not get why people do stuff like this when people tell you exactly what they want. You said, nice restaurant, friends, in restaurant, there, done. Didn't need to do all this crap. Personally, I think that was too generous of you to give him 5 minutes. Like I said, I would have closed the door and just went home. Screw all of them. I would even rethink some friendships because a lot of these people should have been like, hey, Guys, come on. She said, let's do this. Maybe we do this. You know what would have been the smart thing to do and the cool thing to do for you? They should have went to your dinner and been like, hey, we got another little surprise for you. Come on over to your mom's and boom, hey, we got a nice little after party for you. I think you would have been happy with that, right? You got your restaurant, and then you just get to chill with your friends at a nice house and maybe snack on some foods and eat a cake. They did this horribly. I think they just wanted to be evil, or they're all stupid. But OP, not the beehole. I found someone in the comments who went through the same thing as the OP, or something close to it. Let's see. It comes from Serena Luna. Not the beehole. My ex-husband did this to me 1 year on my birthday. I have always felt unloved on my birthday because I've also never had birthday parties. When I tried to do one, no one would show. 1 year, I decided to plan one myself. We were going to go to a Japanese restaurant I wanted to try. My husband had all my friends and family cancel the day of, and I spent all day crying and feeling unloved. I still went to the dinner with my ex and we ate alone and came home to a surprise party. It was the cruelest thing anyone had done, making me feel alone and hated, just to walk into an event that I wanted nothing to do with. Yeah, there you go, Pete. Notice how Serena said X. Just saying. And our next one comes from AITA girlfriend PTSD. Am I the beehole for not letting my family stay at my apartment because they can't respect my girlfriend's need? My 22-year-old male, girlfriend of 3 years, a 21-year-old female, has severe PTSD, and she's been in therapy for years and has really improved over the past few years. The one thing that hasn't improved is the nights are hard for her, and she needs to do very specific things to be able to fall asleep. She needs every window in the apartment to be closed and locked. Okay, that makes sense to me. I'm not one of those people who leaves everything open. Our bedroom door has to be locked. She checks the entire apartment 1 to 2 times before going to sleep to make sure everything is how she needs it. The light has to be on, and she needs a fan and a heated blanket. From there can't be any loud noises. We don't have anything on our bed or where it can be expected to accidentally make a noise. And we have sound dampening curtains outside of our window, because if there's any loud noise, she'll wake up and I'll have to check the apartment, closets, and everything, and convince her that she's safe and can go back to bed. Even with all of this, she still has nights where she wakes up screaming or has nightmares so bad that she vomits. We stayed with my family a few months ago, and it was horrible. I explained all of this to my mom, and she assured me the doors and windows have locks. They can keep the windows closed at night while she's there. They'll make sure that there's no loud noises at night, and they have a fan she can use. It was horrible. None of the doors or the windows were locked. People, close your doors and lock your windows at night. Even if you live in a good community, someone could wander into your community and they're gonna go to the easiest access. But back to it. There was no fan. My sister was not quiet at night. They complained about the lights so much that we turned it off. We stayed there for 2 nights, and she didn't sleep at all for either of those nights, and then had rough days because she wasn't sleeping. On the third day, I ended up spending almost $1,000 on an Airbnb so she could sleep. They said I was being ridiculous and that she was exaggerating because there's no way she stayed up for 2 nights. Yeah, you could stay up for 2 nights. People have done it. The rest of the visit was okay since she was able to sleep, but they were making comments about how ridiculous we were being for getting it an Airbnb. Now they want to visit our city and stay in our apartment, but I said no because when we stayed with them, it was a shite show, and I can't throw her off in her own home. They think we're being dramatic and that if it's a big deal, she can stay with her sister, while there, our apartment is on her sister's property. Her sister built it specifically so she'd be able to move out, while still having someone right there when she needed help. But I refused to kick her out so they could stay. That's really messed up, telling, hey, get out of your place so we could stay there. Now they're calling us ungrateful for saying my girlfriend hates them, and I'm taking her side. Am I the beehole? No, you're not the beehole, and you're right. They would make it a living hell for your girl. It'd be loud. They'd be loud. They'd be like, turn off the light, which I think that's the only one of those things that kind of where I'd be like, I need darkness and I need silence when I sleep. And I agree with her on checking. I check the house once. I don't check it 2 times, but once is a good sweep for me. But yeah, they would come in and just make that poor girl's life a living hell. Good on you for protecting your wife. They showed themselves when you went over there and you had to lose $1,000 because they wouldn't turn on, they wouldn't, sleep with some. Why does it matter if the lights are on? Where were you guys sleeping? Didn't they put you up in a room where you could just, It doesn't matter, just close the door and the lights? I don't know, maybe you guys are in the living room, I'm not sure. And that was really facey and rude of them. Hey, you can just get out of your place while we stay with you guys, and then, because, screw you. So no, Opie, not the beehole. I believe you're being a good spouse and watching out for her. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps to get more videos like this. Velvet out.